How's it going, guys? My name is Maikya and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Pokemon trademarks and other things to do with Pokemon domains that's going on in the news. Right, so first things first is I'm going to look at this article from PokemonBlog.com, and basically they've said that Pokemon company, Nintendo company, have obviously registered the domains. We've already discussed this. But they've also applied for trademarks on Pokemon. They've also applied for a trademark on the word Pikachu. And also in Hong Kong, they applied for basically the translated name Eevee. Now that's quite interesting, obviously, because we've got the new games coming up with the alleged titles Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So obviously they're going to trademark Pikachu and they're going to trademark Eevee. The interesting thing is that they're renewing their trademarks. I'm going to talk about this deeper in another video with a little theory created by PokeXCity. And basically, to tell it to you briefly, they are obviously doing this to cover their backs. They're doing this because they need to renew the trademark every now and again. And obviously they've renewed Pokemon. Pikachu, I think, is now a new one. And Eevee's obviously a new one. But it's interesting because normally they don't trademark. Like, even Pikachu as a mascot, they've trademarked it as a sprite and as a character, but they've never actually trademarked the name. And I think that's quite an interesting one, is they've never really actually trademarked the name. So it obviously means that it's going to be used within a title of something, or within something, you know, more external. So we're going to go to this next point. Walmart have listed Pokemon Nintendo Switch. There's no artwork on there, it's just Pokemon Nintendo Switch. Apparently it's $79.96, which I don't believe is going to be the case, because if it is, I'm going to get very upset. People have obviously already given some little reviews about they can't believe it's coming out. And it says here, cooperative play not applicable, so they don't know yet. It's Nintendo Switch, obviously, standard game edition, game format disc, action and adventure, English, French, players, 1 player, gaming, Nintendo. It says release date end of this year, so they're not obviously giving away the release date. They're just saying it's the end of this year, which means it could be this year. Who knows? And obviously they've just got their, their numbers, their product numbers. It's quite interesting how they've obviously got it. You can apparently pre-order and it ships January the 1st. I don't know if anyone's actually tried doing that. But if they have, it'd be quite interesting to see what's going on and whether their pre-order would obviously change. But that's an interesting thing. And then we've got Pixelpar. I've talked about, obviously, again, the trademarks for Pokemon and Pikachu. He mentions here, trademarks in Japan in the last 10 years, and you can reapply 6 months before an expiration, but both seem to have applied a few months early. That means that they might be covering their backs just in case, obviously, something else happens. However, Pokemon, the trademark is for toys, entertainment and equipment, and Pikachu is for toys and etc. So it could be seen that it's towards the merchandise collection, which has been on the increase with Pikachu and Eevee as mascots. So I'll get back into this last point, and this is basically the domains again. Basically, someone stole they didn't steal, but they made a domain for letsgoeevee.com. The ones that were registered by Nintendo was Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.com and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.com. Both were basically trolls. They made their own domains for Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, and essentially it's had its who is data removed, which is basically their registry information. It's had it removed, and it's been switched to a default registrar holder. So essentially, Nintendo have come along, gone, that's too similar to our domains, and they've just wiped them clean, wiped them off the board. Basically here, he's done a little explanation. Domains are registered for 1 year minimum. Someone's registered their domains as a rickroll last week. The person's lost ownership. Trademark owners can claim domains containing their IP. So essentially what's happened is they're trademark owners of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which basically proves the games are happening. They've got a trademark somewhere on the logos that we can't find just yet because it might not have been updated, which I'll go into next video. And essentially they've bought the domains off the person, or they've wiped the domains clean off the person and said, look, this is our trademark product, this is a thing against our trademark, and we don't want it on there basically. So that's quite an interesting little point about the idea that, you know, they've basically gone along and they've just taken it down because they need it, or they want their site to be the only, you know, proper site for that piece of information and that game. And they obviously, all companies do it because it's destroying the competition or destroying, you know, copyright. You know, there's copyright issues that they'll run into otherwise, you know, where these guys are trolling them and using their products as a fake. So they've taken it down, obviously. Now that's really interesting, as it kind of, you know, goes into the point of they basically confirm the games exist, because Nintendo's obviously registered the domains, which we already knew about, but now there's obviously been rip-offs, and the only way they can take it down is using a trademark. Now obviously the trademarks haven't been released yet, which means that when they do, we're going to get an announcement for a direct, because they're not going to release the trademarks without giving us an announcement, because otherwise it will ruin the announcement and leak the information. So it's all going to come at once. They're going to get a direct and a trademark come in on the same day. We're not sure when, but we're hoping it'll be by the end of May. Now if you've enjoyed this video, guys, be sure to let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Be sure to smash that like button, and be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified when I upload, since YouTube isn't doing their job properly of doing that, so you're going to have to do that for me. Now anyway, that's all I have time for, like I said, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon.